Oh, hello, you guys. How's it going? I am getting ready to do this all sign reading. I haven't done this in super long time. What we're doing is we're checking on the energy between you and your person and the mutual energy as well. And I do remember when I told you that I didn't feel like I had enough songs. Well, I made 25 new song cards today, so we're going to be doing that. I'm going to put this up so you guys know where I'm at. So if if I'm on the wrong sign for you and you don't have time to hang out, you can come back. What I'm going to do is I'll put timestamps on everything too. So you can go back and just look in the description box and it'll come. It'll just, I'll have the timestamps there. So, okay. Figuring out. Okay. So we're going to start with tarot. Okay. So we're going to check out, I think what I'm going to do is because there's cross watchers and everything, I'm just going to be person 1 and 2 and then mutual energy down the middle. Okay, so you guys get to figure out where you belong in that. All right, so this is kind of like a little bit of an oracle deck here, this one, but it is about love. So we're going to see if this will be a good beginning for us. Okay, so person number 1, let me see what person number 1 feels about this relationship. It feels like they feel like you guys are bonding, like there's a lot of intimacy. I feel like there's friendship here, but there's some kind of insecurity on person number 1's part. Like they don't feel like maybe they are enough for the relationship, right? So person number 1 digs you, man. They want more. Or if you're person number 1, that's how you feel, right? Tell me what the mutual energy is. Okay, so honesty and truth, romantic feelings, and compromising. There's got to be some kind of change here, but also fated meeting, Aries. So you both feel like there's something beautiful about this thing, is what I feel like. And person number 1 feels like they're maybe not quite enough. Person number 2 is very independent and maybe non-committal. I feel like they're maybe sitting around, maybe hoping that you're going to call them. I do feel like this person is trying to work on their own peace. You know what I mean? I feel like you make them really blissfully happy is how they feel. Because these are feelings here, you know? So both people, this is pretty beautiful, really. So it doesn't look like there's any fighting here. It looks like this person feels like they're not enough, and this person feels like, I don't know that I really want to commit to anything. But this makes me happy. It makes me feel great. So let's see what happened with this card. This is an island deck. Let's see what's going on, action-wise. These are good action cards, so let's see what's happening. This person over here is working on money. They're focusing on gratitude. They're working on abundance. They're working on trying to get their own stability going on, and maybe just spiritual growth, right? But underlying, they feel again like they're not enough for you or maybe anybody. You know what I mean? This person number 1 really feels insecure. Okay, so let's see what the mutual is going on with this energy. Mutual energy, healthy choices, self-love, being happier. I kind of feel like this thing is, it looks like you're both really doing good. You know what I mean? This person, even though they feel like they're not, they're working on it. They're working on their money. They're working on their stability inside themselves, you know what I mean? So that's kind of interesting. Hello, Lorinda? Lorinda? Dude, I knew somebody named Lorinda. That's weird. Like when I was a kid, she was a lot older than me, but I don't know what her sign was. I was so young when she was kind of like my mom's friend. Okay, so this person over here thinks about you all the time. I think that they think about the memories because you guys had a really great time. I don't know. I wonder if they're thinking about calling you or coming in. You know what I mean? Or going toward you with the boat card, you know, like that's movement. So maybe they want to take this a little bit further. What I see at the bottom of the deck is a transformation coming in for someone. It might be both of you, really, because we're kind of like, we're reading both of you. So I'm going to say it's a good chance, you know. So let's look and see, like Lenormand. We're going to get one card about this person number one. One card for person number one. What is person number one's personality like? What is their personality? I think they're exciting, childlike. They could have a child, but I feel like they're playful. I feel like they're super fun. What do these two feel like when they're together? What's their personality when they're together? How do they feel about themselves, right? Because I feel like when you're together, you guys bring out good things in each other. Like it makes you happier. Together, you feel abundant. You feel like you guys could become something. You know what I mean? Like make something together. Like you feel like this could be an abundant relationship. You both feel it. Like maybe you could do a business together, right? This person, I don't know what's going on with them. They're at a crossroad. They're trying to make a choice. Maybe they have more than one choice to do, right? Like maybe meeting you is like a pivotal point in their life. And if they were to choose you, a lot has to be changed in their life. And so I feel like they're going like, I really need to think this over. So I think person number two is feeling like a lot of things for you. You know what I mean? So let's see, like, what's the next action being taken? Person number one, is person number one going to take an action toward the other person? Yeah, I'm reading in Aries. Yeah, Aries. This person wants to start. They want love. They want a beginning with you. Person number one wants to try the love situation. You know, they feel so good. I feel like both of you are sort of hanging on to this Four of Pentacles because you feel like it's special. You know what I mean? Like it's wish fulfillment, it's lover, it's special. And I feel like both of you want to try it to begin it, right? So I don't know if this is someone new, but I feel like it's somebody you know because they're thinking about you, you know, with the camera card, or someone's thinking about memories with this person, right? So what's this action on this person's part going to be? They're the ones not deciding, right? I think they're really struggling inside themselves bad. And I think they do want to come in, but they don't have enough. I feel like it's going to take some time for them to actually understand their value. And isn't that weird? Because it's this person over here that feels like they're not enough, but it's coming out over here like this person is struggling because they feel like they don't have enough to offer you. So both of you are kind of mirroring each other, but look at the middle. Look at how you feel, both of you. You're honest, you're romantic, you feel like this was fated. And both of you know, like, there has to be compromises if you're going to be together for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like somebody has to change something, move or something like that, in order to have success here, right? So something has to change in the relationship Tell me, Spirit, like, what's the most likely outcome for these two? Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is Aries. Aries. Tell me the outcome for Aries and their person. Okay, so Temperance, that's about being patient, working on yourself, on changing your energy. Like, both people need to work on their energy because you're both, like, even though you feel something special, this person feels like they're not really enough for you. And you feel like you don't have enough to offer them with that pay or with that night, right? You're going like, I don't know that I am enough for this person. Like I am a knight in the planning stages of my life. I need to show up for this babe as a king, you know? Like, so I feel like the outcome is there will be a new beginning, but it's after you guys like figure this shit out, all of it, like your value. So I kind of feel like, okay, so if you're trying to like raise your vibe, because that's what I feel like they're saying, like, your vibrations aren't matching is why you're not together. And it's because you both have like insecurities, and there's no place for that in a relationship. Just there's just not. And I just feel like that is something to be said here too. And it could be about fucking money. You know what I mean? Um, for both of you. Like maybe both of you feel a little bit shy in the money department. Or I don't know. But I feel like, just keep working on your energy. Keep working on your energy is what the advice is or what the outcome is. It's like there will be a new beginning for you here. But like the energy has to change the way you view yourself. You know what I mean? So let's see. I want to know the song. Person number one's song, the way they feel. It's my favorite part, the song. Let's see what the song is for person number one, who is a little bit insecure but very comfortable in the relationship. Let's see. They're working on abundance, they're working on their money, stability. They're working on this feeling of insecure, like I'm not enough. So how do they truly feel song form? What's the song they feel about person number two? Okay. Etta James, I'd rather go blind than watch you walk away. Um, so that's the song that popped out. Something told me it was over. Something deep down in my soul said, cry, girl. And then it's like, I would rather go blind than watch you walk away. I love you so much. So this person like doesn't want this fucking thing to end at all. Person number one is in it for the long haul. And they're doing all the work that they need to do in order to come toward you is what I feel like. And the song for person number two, what is their song toward person number one? How do they feel? CCR, have you ever seen the rain? There's a storm, it's been coming for some time. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Here's the thing, I feel like what this song is talking about is a rare occurrence. Like, because I mean, I have seen the sun and rain, and it does happen every year. I see it at least one time, maybe two or three, but it's because I'm paying attention, right? But like this storm, what they're saying is like, this is a rare occasion um, where somebody that fits so perfectly and like it's so out of the ordinary, because usually, I mean, the rain comes when it's cloudy outside. But this rain, this love storm that they're feeling comes with a burst of sunshine, which is person number one. So basically, I feel like this person over here feels like this is a very special relationship and they need to tread carefully. I think that's why they're kind of like in their head about it. And they're saying, like, I got to do this the right way. I have to come in the right way, offer the right way, as a king. In stability, I need to be in this loyal energy. I need to be in love energy. Because, King of Pentacles, he's very sure of himself, right? Okay, so let's look at the mutual song. I want to know the mutual energy, you know, because I love these song cards. Like John Legend, feeling good. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. So this is like talking about how you guys feel when you're together. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. River running free. You know how I feel. Like it's all the good stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like, and I'm feeling good. This relationship feels so good to both of you, and it feels like a brand new start. And so I feel like both of you are, I don't know, I feel like you're treading a little like lightly because of, you know, because of the way you're feeling is what I feel like. You know, like you're feeling so much and you're like, it's kind of weird that I feel like this, but manifesting miracles is your card, and I'm just doing one. And it says, your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. There's the card. This is a solid, stable, like deeply rooted relationship that you're dealing with here. So if it's making sense to you, like just know that it's more. You're right. It's more than you thought, you know? And I understand why you're trying to be careful with it, you know, because you don't want to hurt this person, either one of you. Like you're just like, what can I do? You know what I mean? Like you're both hanging on tight though. So that's what I'm feeling about you and your person, Aries. I hope that made sense. I've never done the reading like this, so I hope you guys like it. Hope it makes sense. Oh, let's see. I'm Scorpion. I definitely need some love in my life. Scorpio is way down the line, you know, like which one is it? Like eighth or something like that. Eighth sign. 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. It's the eighth sign, so it's going to be a minute. Taurus is next. Let's see what's going on for Taurus and their person. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hitting the like button and sticking around and watching the video, subscribing, all that cool stuff. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out. If you don't know how to like while I'm live, it's the 3 top little dots in the right-hand corner. You just push that and then the like button comes up. So thank you for hitting that for me. So let's talk about Taurus now. Taurus person number 1. Tell me what's going on with person number 1 or Taurus. I feel like person number 1, honesty and romantic feelings. I feel like they don't know what direction to go, and I feel like they feel like they have to compete, like there's someone else in the picture, like, so maybe this is a complicated relationship. In between, like the mutual energy is like this magnetic passion, you know, and there's also intuition here, inner knowing. So I feel like it's a pretty deep connection, like maybe an intuitive connection. You know what I mean? Like if we were dealing tarot, we might see high priest, high priestess here, because what I feel like is going on here is maybe you guys are connected in the third eye. You know what I mean? Like you can maybe read each other's mind. I feel like this is a sacred union. There could be marriage involved here. Maybe you're married to this person. Tell me how person number 2 feels about person number 1. So yeah, so this competition card right here, it says the other woman. So I don't know if some person number 1 is like trying to choose between you and the other person, or they feel like they have to compete for your attention. Person number 2, it says third party interference and new love. So maybe person number 2 is walking away with someone else. I feel like person number 2 has some kind of addiction that keeps them sort of like in some kind of comfort zone. So I feel like person number 2 is like, I don't know, stuck in a south node cycle, right? And you know, as well as I do, like all the planets are making us kind of like reevaluate that, letting go of stuff that doesn't serve us, you know? All right, so let's see what's going on in this story. Like, what the fuck? This person is honestly like having a lot of feelings, but they're at a crossroads. So it could mean that this person is trying to choose between two people, or they feel like they have to compete because there's definitely somebody here, you know, like a third party. But at the same time too, like I'm sort of feeling like, you know, person number one could be feeling like they have to compete with an addiction that person number two has. That might not be for everybody, but I see it here. You know, it could be about codependency as well too. But I'm feeling like I don't know. I just don't know. Let's clarify. Mirror energy. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like both of you kind of thinking the same thing. I feel like this person reflects some kind of deep wound for you. Maybe they don't even have another person, but like you had to compete for love or beg for love when you were smaller, is what I'm kind of feeling. Because I feel like, so what's going on with the planets is, you know, Chiron and North Node are both in Aries, so we're kind of being pushed toward like letting go of old cycles. It's like a karmic window for us to like close out stuff, right? So I kind of am wondering, like, this could be one of those things, like this person is reflecting something to you that you didn't really understand about yourself, and it changes you. Person number one, it does. And I feel like person number one wants to like get in touch with person number two and talk, is what I feel like. They want to talk about it because I feel like they're figuring it out. They're figuring out the mirror part, like, oh my God, let's just get honest about each other and see what's going on spiritually, because this is too heavy, right? So let's get the mutual. What is mutually? Tell me this story. What happened? What's going on? There's a lot of passion. And you like each other equally, but I feel like neither one of you guys are being honest about who you are. You know what I mean? I do. I feel like there's this mask card is here. So it tells me that both of you are like not really being 100% honest, you know? Okay. So let's look at person number two, like what's going on in their story, right? They're saying like, I'm going through a change, man. I have total transformation here with the death card. This is like my whole self has changed. I think this person is licking the addiction. You know what I mean? Because they're looking at themselves, they're ending something. Whatever this, I feel like the new love, this person is self-love, because it's right here. This person is, you triggered them into working on themselves. Or person number one triggered person number two, like, so whoever that is, right? I'm getting all confused now about who's who. You guys get to decide who's who. Okay, so person number one. So person number one, what are you gonna do? What's your next action? What do you want to do toward person number two? You want to rush in. You want to rush in, and you want divine timing to happen. You want Wheel of Fortune to turn the wheel in your favor. That's what you want. Tell me what you both want. What do you both want? You both want to speak the truth. You're both guarded, and you both need to kind of like let that go. You know what I mean? Like, look at the mask card. It's like you guys have tons of passion here, but no one's being honest. No one is fucking being honest at all. And I feel like both of you want truth, but you're both scared of it. You're scared of the truth. Okay. So tell me what person number two's actions are going to be. Yeah, there you are. Like whoever person number two is. I feel like whoever person number two is working on like getting rid of an addiction, whatever it is. They're working on themselves, they're loving themselves. They're letting go of that comfort zone. You know what I mean? They are. So let's just say they drink. They're giving it up, is what I feel like. They're loving themselves. Their soul is leading them to this, and maybe person number one really kind of tripped a trigger in them too, like who knows? That's what it sort of seems like. What else is their action here? So their action so far is to work on themselves. They want 10 of Pentacles. So maybe what they're doing, they're working on themselves because at the end of the day, it's you, right? At the end of the day, it's you that they want. So they're working on it. They're working on like being the Empress. They want to be the Empress. They want to let go of all this negative energy that's around them. They want to win. Yeah, and then 9 of Pentacles. So this person over here has a lot going on and they're coming up, like this person over here, I don't know, it seems like they want truth. They want to come rushing in. They want to change. They want this thing to change, But it doesn't say they're doing anything. They want to. But I think they're waiting for divine timing, maybe, is what it looks like. Tell me what the outcome is going to be for these guys. What's the most likely outcome for Taurus, Spirit? What's the most likely outcome for these two? Okay. I feel like there's a struggle. I feel like somebody has got their guard up, Queen of Swords, taking their heart out of the matter. About love, right? I feel like okay. So I feel like there's a struggle. I feel like somebody is guarded about letting somebody in, right? But then you've got all these majors coming out, which is like the Chariot, the High Priestess, the Sun, Aura of Wands. I kind of feel like this has you have an opportunity to make this work for sure. But I feel like there's just a lot of like awakening happening. You know what I mean? Like spiritual awakening going on inside of you, both. So it could work out great, and it looks like it will. But I do feel like there's somebody here who's super guarded, Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Swords, right? She's got her sword up, and she's like, I'm not gonna make any emotional decisions right now, but I am leading with love, but I'm not gonna be emotional. I don't know. I feel like this is more about this right here is more about your spiritual journey, but like we are asking. I feel like the outcome could be 4 of Wands, which is great. It's a happy, stable home. Let's look and see what the song is for person number 1. How do you feel? What do you want to be remembered by? This person is thinking about the things they've done and said, and that's why they want to talk. You know what I mean? Because they want to set everything right? Because maybe they feel like this thing is over. Maybe they're the Queen of Swords, And they're like, yeah, this probably isn't going to go anywhere, but I want to be remembered as, what do you want to be remembered as? Spirit, what does person number 1 want person number 2 to remember them? Experiencing new things, like they were a new experience. They want you to remember them as someone who's whole and has grown, peaceful. They want you to remember love. When you think of them, person number one wants person number two to think about love and happiness and moving forward and trying new things, you know? So that's kind of cool. Let's see what person number two's song is for person number one. Man, it is freaking hot today. Kiss you all over. This person you see, this person is the one that's working on themselves, working on the 10 of Pentacles. Like, they want you. They want you. They're trying to heal whatever is broken here. And the song is by Exile. I want to kiss you all over. So here's the lyrics. I want to light your fire all day. I've been thinking about you, babe. You're my one desire. Gonna wrap my arms around you and hold you next to me. I want to taste your lips. I want to be your fantasy. Yeah. Remember that song? You're not just another lover. You're everything to me. Person number one's letting go. Person number two is making changes so that they can be with person number one. And I mean, it could happen. Because maybe this person over here, maybe their deal, you know, like their soul path thing, is that they have to let it go. They have to quit pushing it. They have to quit trying to control it, pushing themselves on you. You know, they don't want you to remember that about them. They want you to remember how fucking much they love you. They just want you to think about them and think love. So they have feelings, but they're letting it go. And I feel like it's kind of part of their path, you know? So don't get discouraged about person number one, because I think they're just doing what their soul is leading them to do. And right now, it's to let go of you. Tell me what the mutual energy song is between these two. It makes me feel like somebody is married and not telling the truth about it. All out of love. So this one is like, I'm laying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts. I wish I could carry your smile in my heart at times when my life seems so low. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right. It can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. You both want to do that. You both want that. And so I feel like, I don't know, this could work out pretty good. But you guys have, I feel like it's slow. It's going to be slow because of what's going over here with this person. Because they're rearranging some shit in their life, like letting go of an addiction is what it says. So they're really, I don't know if they're like in rehab or planning to go to rehab, or if they're just like white knuckling it. I don't know. So that's what's going on for you, Taurus. Good luck with this relationship. It looks beautiful, but it looks like there's a ways to go. Okay, Gemini is next. Let's look and see what's going on for Gemini, 3557. And if you're just joining me, thank you for coming. My name's Tina, and here we go for Gemini. We're looking at love, you versus them. I'm not assigning who is who. We're doing person number one, person number two, and mutual energy. So let's go, Gemini. Thanks for hitting the like button, you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hanging out. Love you so much. Okay, person number one is in love. Person number one is in love with person number two. What else? Person number one. You see huge possibilities in this relationship, like proposal, commitment. Like that's what you want. That's how you feel. Like this is your greener grass. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing better for you and you know it. Like that's how you feel. Like this is my person. Tell me the mutual energy between these guys. Third party interference. There's partying. Somebody's having fun. Snake. Ex-lover. Gemini. Who are you fucking dealing with? Of course you would have the snake in the middle. Both energy. You're both being devious. Don't you know? What does that say? It says it's not what it looks like. Ex-lover, old spark, party, and third-party interference. So, let's see. The person number 2 likes the intimacy and the honesty that you have between. I feel like person number 2 also missing person number 1 quite a bit. There's a lot of bullshit going on in the middle energy though, right? Third party, somebody's partying all the time, like snake. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. Something is not what it looks like. So there's something going on here in the center that's not really very attractive, to be honest. Okay. So, but you both feel something about each other, missing you. There's something hidden. Like person number 2 is honest about how they feel. They're missing person number 1. Person number 2 feels love and like wants a commitment. But in between you guys, in the middle, the mutual energy, there's someone in that mutual energy. There's a third person, you know? And partying, like, so what does the partying card mean? Like, I mean, partying to me is like just going to the bar and, you know, drinking too much or something like that. That's me, but I'm like old, so I don't know what it means for you guys. So just take what resonates there, but maybe they're, I don't know. Let's see. It's both of you doing it, so. Person number 1 might chase person number 2. And this is because they're afraid of being abandoned. Person number 2 is a person who keeps a positive mindset, trying to manifest exactly what they want. So they're staying like in this attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean? They might be blind to what's going on in the mutual energy. You know, they might not know about third party energy, you know? I feel like this is just something like that's not even talked about. Grim Reaper, this person is going like through a transformation. I also feel like person number 1 feels like the relationship is over. I mean, because that's what it says. The Grim Reaper, the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. I feel like maybe this person maybe was chasing person number 2 and they just kind of decided, you know, like there's too much in the way. An ex-lover, another person, the fact that they party all the time. And maybe I saw something in this situation and it wasn't really what it looked like. You know, like person number 1 saw real big potential. I mean, they're talking about marriage here, you know, engagement at the bottom of the deck even. So that's what this person is feeling about the relationship. Tell me about the mutual energy in the relationship. Like what's going on there? Dan. Hi, Dan. I didn't see you here. Nice to see you. I love you so much. I hope everything's going good. Okay, so the mutual energy is you guys think about each other all the time. You know, you both miss each other. You're both looking at old photos. You're both avoiding each other. You're avoiding conversation. I feel like there's some kind of like underlying energy here that's not all that nice. And it's both of you. You're both kind of angry. And I feel like there is a sudden change in this relationship. a transformation, right? I feel like there is something that's changing in it, because you both feel like, well, you're the only one. Like this person is fooling themselves over here, saying like this relationship is over, because in the middle they're saying like they own my heart. But person number two is also feeling same. And I feel like both of you kind of like want something big to change in the relationship so that it can be perfect, because you both feel like it's perfect. Okay. So, person number two, you are looking for what's hidden, or you see something that's hidden in this relationship. I feel like there is a beautiful like intimacy between the two of you and honesty. That's how person number two and misses the shit out of you, person number two. So tell me what's going on for person number two. How do they see? They're heartbroken. They're fucking heartbroken. I feel like they're really trying to change themselves, trying to understand something. Like, why can't this happen? Why hasn't it happened? Maybe they feel like it's a karmic relationship, and it's just about learning lessons and triggering, and they love you, but they're also trying to let it go. So you're both kind of trying to let it go in your own energy. This person over here might be, sabotaging it. They're definitely looking for clarity, right? But like the mutual energy is kind of the telling part, right? It's like you're both kind of mad, but you're both wishing for a change, and you both feel like this is my person. This is my person. Okay, so let's see. What's their action? What's the next action going on between them? Aw, nice going for the sister-in-law. That's fun. Tell me the next action. This person is hell-bent on finding justice. They want to find out what the fuck this relationship was about. They want 4 of Wands. This is their next action. They're trying to figure out, first of all, what did they gain from the relationship justice card, right? Like, I wonder why this relationship came into my life. Like, what did I learn? How did it take me, But I feel like what's happening is, the next action toward you is that they do find the justice. And then 4 of Wands. Does that mean they're coming towards you? Right? 4 of Wands, you're my fucking person. I met you because we belong together. That's what I'm feeling. I met you because we belong together. We're the 4 of Wands. 11-11. You know it and I know it. Isn't that funny that the 4 of Wands came out with the 11 card Justice? So now the 11 card Justice is clarifying, or is like out here with 11-11. So this could be a pretty cool relationship. Something pretty deep spiritually is what I'm feeling. I feel like this person wants to come toward you, but they're scared. So what they're doing is like they're being patient, trying to I feel like they're trying to get their own shit together here with the Temperance card, right? Like, I need to vibe higher, And I think they know that. I do, because they're like trying to end the thing. But they're really struggling, this person number one. It's an inner struggle, 5 of Swords. Why is this happening? Why do I still feel it? Right? I'm trying to walk away. Why do I still feel all this feeling? Okay, so tell me what the mutual movement, walking away and crying. That's what happened. That's the mutual movement. Fuck, man. You guys both walking away from each other and crying about it, feeling like shit. So that's the outcome for the two of you, the mutual energy, is to walk the fuck away from it. You know, like, it hurts me, but I fucking can't do it. Okay, so this person's energy, going for wish fulfillment. They're a little confused about what they even want. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. What about it? What about divine timing? Maybe they're waiting for the perfect time. Yeah, it is. It's about the perfect time to come in. You are the wish fulfillment. They know it. They want a new beginning. They're gonna come in and say sorry. But it's gonna like fucking surprise you because you thought it was completely over. You did. You gave up on it. You've been crying about it. This person is manifesting you back. So that's what I see. Tower card, Ten of Swords, and the Magician, Six of Pentacles. It's coming back together, you guys. It is. It's going to be totally like Six of Wands, too, successful. So let's see. Well, let's see what we're asking about the outcome now. What's the most likely outcome for these guys? Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, Jesus. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, and Nine of Cups. Oh, I love that. Offer of love. It's real love. It's unconditional love. They're coming in. Two of Cups. That's the outcome, Gemini. It's going to work out. Quit sweating it. Quit sweating it. Tell me what the music is about these guys. Tell me what the songs are for person number one. Tell me what the song is for person number one. How does person number one feel about person number two? Unstoppable. I break down, only alone. I will cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding deep down. I know letting feelings show is how to make friendship grow, but I'm too afraid now. You know that song? I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. This person is really like trying to really believe in themselves. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably exactly where they need to be. They need to know their own power. They're saying that they only admit what's wrong when they're alone, you know. And they're saying that you don't even know them. You don't know the feelings that they have deep down. They're not letting you in on it. Tell me what person number two's song is for person number one. I Want to Rock Your Gypsy Soul into the Mystic by Van Morrison. I want to rock your gypsy soul just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will float into the mystic. This person wants you. This person here is trying to like get their shit together. They're like, because remember, this person is chasing. So I feel like a chaser is such a scaredy cat, you know, like they're scared and they've been that way their whole life, chasing love. They couldn't get it from their parents. They just couldn't get it. They felt all the time like they weren't enough. And they felt that way with you, with person number two, too. Like, I'm never going to be enough for anybody. That's why they're working on staying in gratitude. They're working on themselves, trying to change all of that shit about them. They're like, this isn't even who I fucking really am. Like, my soul is not a chaser. My soul is fucking strong. I'm fucking unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes on a fucking, you know, I'm going fast and I ain't scared. Is what this person is trying to convince themselves of, right? I'm unstoppable. All right, tell me what the middle energy is, because like this is where you guys are both insecure and feeling all that, but in the middle, like you guys are saying some pretty amazing things to me. You know what I mean? Like, this is my person. They're the only, really only one that's like opened my heart up. Here's the call. Yeah. Someone you loved. I let my guard down and yet you pulled the rug. I was getting kind of used to being someone you loved. So you're both feeling like, where are you? You know, I was getting used to you. I was getting used to being loved by you. I loved the way you loved me. Where are you? And you're both feeling like that. So that looks like an interesting reading. I'm sorry that you feel like this in the center energy, like you're both giving up. But that isn't what's going to happen. You know, like, I feel like you both have to kind of work on yourself first. And then I feel like it has every potential to come back around. So don't be too heartbroken about this relationship, because you're both figuring it out. And it is about divine timing. You know what I mean? Like, spirit, like, totally opening up hearts and showing you truth. And 53. Cancer would be next. Oh, gratitude alarm. I am grateful for my connection with spirit is getting so stronger, and the channeling is getting louder and more often. And so I'm really grateful for that connection with my angels, my spirits, and mostly my higher self. So that's what I'm grateful for. So thank you so much, Spirit. Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you guys. So we're looking at Cancer's person number 1. You guys decide who fits where, how you're feeling, which one is you, which one is your person. Whichever one isn't you is your person, right? Okay, angels, spirits, and guides, let's do Cancer. We want to know person number 1 is single, not in a relationship. Person number 1 might be dealing with some kind of like legal matters that have their attention right at the moment. Or maybe the two of you had a fight, like, and there's like something about a dispute here. It could be about legal matters, but it could be about like just things that aren't fair, you know? Like, maybe it's a fight with person number 2, I don't know. Person number 1 is single, not in a relationship, but they are dating. Cancer. Person number 1 is definitely dating, and they have new hope for like a new love. Maybe they even met someone. They're excited about life. They're looking into something. Central energy. If the two of you together, there would have to be changes. And you both are aware of that. I feel like both of you realizing something, spiritual awakening here. What are you awakening to? Your romantic feelings for each other. Let me see what person number 2 is doing. How does person number 2 feel? Person number 2. Person number 2. They could be a player. You know what I mean? The card says player. And maybe they want a reconciliation. They want to come back. They're thinking about it. They feel like you guys are soulmates. And they love you. And I feel like they see a lot of synchronicities and it reminds them of you. So something going on here between spirit and this person. This person looks to me like they're just trying to move on. You know what I mean? All right, well, let's see what's going on with this relationship, because person number 1 is moving on. I'm wondering if that legal card too, like, maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe person number 1 is divorcing. This person is having a hard time letting go of evidently person number two. I feel like they're trying to strategize. They're trying to not hold their, show their hand. They're trying to keep it to themselves because they feel like you broke their heart and you deceived them and you're in separation and they're just in a lot of pain. And so I feel like they're trying to say to me like, I'm not going to tell you how I feel. The hand of cards tells me that. They're being really kind of like closed off with their feelings. So maybe this person is closed off with their feelings. But I feel like what they're trying to tell me is like, I'm dating someone new. I'm single and I'm loving it. And I have hope for a new love. But down here, when I'm saying like what's really going on, this person is like dying inside. They're broken and they're trying so hard to move on. And they're saying like, I'm not going to tell you how I feel, Tina. It's a fucking my feelings and you don't get to like intrude with those cards. That's what I feel like they're saying to me. Mutual energy is like, I feel like maybe both of you are being pushed to like the spiritual awakening, like this change within. It's about healing yourself and stuff that's been bugging you forever, right? The things that really keep us from growing, like old beliefs, like childhood stuff, right? Because I feel like that's healing the inner child, growing. And even though it feels like this relationship is over or whatever, I feel like it's just pushing you both to grow, to focus on yourself instead of each other. You know what I mean? I feel like big message there. Like, so when you're in a relationship, what do you put first? You put them first usually, like you do. They get to, you fix what's good for dinner that they like, what's their favorite thing, right? But like in this, like in the mutual energy, you guys are not doing that. You're focusing on you. Well, what do I want for dinner and what time do I want to have it? I don't need somebody else to tell me what to have for dinner. Like it's the smallest things like that, right? So you're loving yourself, maybe even finding out what you do like to eat for dinner. You know what I mean? You're both doing it. You're both doing it. You're being authentic. Instead of like trying to please someone else, you're just like, I don't please myself right now. This person is going through a phoenix, burnt all the way to the ground, all the way, and then they rise from the ashes. So the phoenix takes a minute. Like it's not just like a 2-second evolution. No, it takes time because everything about you that doesn't work for you anymore has to go. And it could be like feeling like you're not enough or something like that. It's gotta go, man. And I think you guys have to be apart in order to heal this shit. So, okay, so tell me what else is going on for this person. I feel like they're thinking about you. I do. And I feel like, I feel like they want you. They're thinking about how much they enjoy your company. When they think about dating, they're like, what about Cancer? Like, yeah, I could get back out there and date, but I love Cancer. I love the way they kiss me. I love the way they show me affection. I love being in love with Cancer. So I feel like a lot going on here between you two with healing and stuff like that, right? This person is in a little bit of a denial over here, person number one. They're trying to act like they don't care, but they do. Okay, so bye, Dan. Thanks for coming. Okay, so what's the next action from person number one toward person number two? They're going to offer you a new beginning. Person number one wants to come in and offer you a new beginning, but they're in Empress energy when they do it. So that's kind of their next action. I think they're really working on themselves. And what they're finding is like how, I don't know, the Empress. I mean, she's nurturing and kind and beautiful. I mean, like, dude, she's you, Cancer, right? I know that's not your card in the thing, but it should be, because the Empress is so much the epitome of the mama, the nurture, the love, you know? And I feel like that's what's going on with this person. There's so much growth. I feel like they are working really hard on themselves with the Hermit card, talking to themselves, making boundaries in their life, and realizing what their wish fulfillment is. And I kind of feel like when they get to this Empress energy, I mean, they really they love themselves now. You know what I mean? They do. And I feel like they know their value. Um, they're ready for new beginnings, and they're going to manifest their wish fulfillment, that end, right? I do feel like this person needs to cut something out and also make boundaries for themselves. So there's stuff going on for them over here too, like transformation stuff, you know. In the center, the reading in the center, King of Wands. I feel like this King of Wands is about, well, it's about being confident, right? But it's also, it can be about being a teacher, it can be about traveling, it can be about knowing your value, you know what I mean? Knowing your power as a King of Wands, and finding the justice in a situation, like making things fair, why this situation happened, right? And maybe what it is because mutually both of you needed to choose yourself, you know, kind of like what I was saying a little while ago. It's like when we're in a relationship, we really a lot of times put the other person first and forget about ourselves, and that's just not how it can work. Like, we need to always put our own self, our own growth first. That we cannot put it on the back burner for a lover. It's just not okay. You know, you have to still grow. You still have to grow independently. And that's what happens in relationships sometimes, is we don't grow. We grow nowhere. You know what I mean? We stop growing because we're not focusing on anything about ourselves, our spirituality, our soul, nothing, right? So I feel like that's kind of the lesson learned here, is like, you have to choose yourself. That's what's fair, you know? That's what's fair. All right, so that's what you're learning, is you have to put yourself first. Your person's next actions is, after the healing, I think they want to come in towards you and open a new door. So it's kind of like the death door here, right? So it's like you close down an old cycle and you open up a new one. This is 2 times this person has like a death card energy. So this could be a Scorpio for sure, you know, because you've got 2 over here that are saying Scorpio. But I feel like, so what's the new beginning look like for this person number 2? What's this person look like? I feel like this person, honestly, I mean, it could mean a lot of things, but let's just say, I think that this person needs to understand their relationship with their higher self before someone else can enter into their life. And they're not ready. You know what I mean? They're not ready. They're not there yet. But I kind of feel like once they are there, I feel like it could be success, you know? And then that's when they come in with love, with the ace. They're hanging on to you still. They just, I mean, like, both energies need to change. They need to grow. And obviously, there's something about you not being able to grow with this person at this time. You're really having to focus on yourself. So let's see what the music is all about for you guys, shall we? What's the song? Do you guys like the song part, or is it just me that likes the song part? Okay. Tell me about person number one. Looks like we made it. Barry Manilow. That's the song that person number one wants to say. We're gonna make it. Have you ever heard that song? Looks like we made it. It's about two people that are in a relationship that seems like it's not gonna work, but it does. So that's what person number one wants to say to person number two. Cancer. And let's see what person number two wants to say. Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. I don't care what they say. I'm in love with you. You cut me open and I keep bleeding. I keep bleeding, love. Mutual energy song. Come on, baby. Tell me what the mutual energy song is for Cancer, because we love this part, Spirit. We love it. I will always love you. You see? I will always love you. And look what's at the bottom for the mutual energy. We're on each other's team by Lord. I love that song. So you guys will always love each other. This is the mutual energy. And I don't know why, but I feel like it's more important. We're on each other's team. You guys are soul connected, and you know it. I think you caused each other's spiritual awakening. I feel like that's the adjustments. Remember, it says there's some compromises. There's some things that have to be changed in order for this relationship to work. You guys got to love yourself. But while you're doing it, remember that this person loves you. They always will. It's a soul connection. They loved you since before you ever came here. You know, you guys loved each other in your soul, right? And you're on each other's team. You support each other. Even if you're not together, it's a 5D thing. So you guys are connected on 5D. So you can talk to them, see them, hear them, hang out with them in your everyday life, even if they're not physically present. And that is a pretty special relationship. Person number two is getting a bunch of synchronicities too. So I feel like they're like everywhere they go, they feel you, they hear you, that 5D thing amping up is what I feel like. Okay. 1-9. It's 110. Look at you. You've got a 111 here, Leo. So I don't know what that means, but the time is 11001. So zeros have no value. So you might want to look up 111. See if that has a special meaning for this reading for you. Okay, so let's look at person number one for Leo. Person number one, Leo. Person number one. How's person number one feeling about person number two? Person number one. They miss you. Hookup card is here. One night stand. They miss you. Did you just recently connect with this person? I feel like you give them a lot of security. Person number one feels like person number two offers them some sort of security and they miss it. Let's see what the mutual energy is here, because this person feels like your family. They do. They feel connected. So both of you are single. Snake card, not what it looks like. And connecting. Relationship connecting. You're both single. Could be single parent, so you have responsibilities. You each have your own, right? Snake, not what it looks like. Clarify the snake, not what it looks like. What is that meaning for Leo? Third party. Okay. So maybe both of you have someone else, or you both think the other one does, right? Something like that, right? So person number 2 thinks this is toxic. They think it's a toxic relationship, it's broke up, it's never going to happen, and they're worried about it. They feel anxious about it. They're not telling you that, but they also feel like there's, unfinished business with you too. Okay. Let's see. Who am I talking to now, Leo? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if I turned the card over. Can you guys see the Leo card? I'm sorry if you can't. Okay, so let's see here. Whoa, what's going on for person number 1? Person number 1, trying to date other people. They feel stabbed in the back by you. It looks like you guys had like a one-night stand hookup, but they feel like you're secure. You're kind of like family to them. But they feel like, I don't know, whatever happened like was kind of like fucked up. They like you. They feel like there could be some kind of romance coming on in. So let's see in the middle energy, sabotage, rebuilding. There's an ascension. So this relationship is about teaching each other lessons, and I think you both know it. I feel like it's about ascension, So it's like one person triggers the other, you both mutually trigger each other, something like that, right? But it's about growing, and it's about learning to let go and love yourself. So that's the mutual energy. This is probably like a learning lesson relationship. So person number 2, unresolved situation. They're feeling really broke up about it. They're like, God damn it, this is never gonna work. But then at the same time, they're like hiding their feelings, and they're going like, this is an unresolved situation. We have unfinished business. And again, with the one night stand card, maybe the one night stand was the issue. You know what I mean? Maybe. But it changed this person. It changed the way they feel about you. Now they can't get you off their mind. So they're thinking about the one night stand. So are you. So is person number 1. Person number 1 is thinking about it. Person number 2 is thinking about it. And they're going like, what the fuck did we do? It's like you probably got drunk and just fell in with these guys. I don't know. That's what it looks like. So what is their, what's person number 1's next action toward person number 2 for Leo? Person number 1, 9 of Swords, worried about it, up all night, can't sleep. They're worried about it. They're trying to like get on with their life. They're trying to like walk a new way, Page of Wands, but they're looking at the past. They're like, oh my God, what about Leo? What happened? What was that the other night? What was that the other night? So I kind of feel like they're trying to change their focus from you to maybe their work, and maybe like manifesting like happiness in their own life. But I feel like also when they're looking, they're feeling kind of shitty about what happened. Like they're up all night, they're worried about it. And they're trying to go a new direction, but they can't because they're looking at you, and I feel like they're remembering like how happy you make them, right? How secure you make them feel. They fucking miss you, man. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of feels going on over here, and this person's like not really saying it. And neither is this one. Like this person is feeling all kinds of shit, and they're keeping it to themselves too. So you guys literally are like mirroring each other and not even saying a fucking thing about it. You're acting like everything is fine. That's insane. Tell me about the mutual energy here. Like, what's the mutual thing that they want to do, or that you're both brokenhearted? You're both feeling like you're not enough for the other one. God damn it. There's a new perspective coming in here if you want it from your higher self. Just saying, like, this could be what trips your trigger to, like, go deep and, like, listen to your higher self, right? Because the high priestess is here. So there's some rearranging of thought here that has to happen. which is this card right here. It's about getting a new perspective on your yourself. What's your value? What's the value of the heartbreak? What's the value of you feeling less than? What did you learn? And how do you feel about it after you discuss it with your higher self? Because I feel like what you discover is not what you think. Because I feel like there's like both of you are feeling like this is never going to work. I'm not enough for them. And this one's person's thinking the same thing. But your higher self is going like, what do you mean you're not enough? What do you mean? Your higher self is like, what do you mean? You are 100%, we are love. Your higher self is going like, don't you realize we're coming from unconditional love? That's who we are in our soul. Your spirit is saying that to you, your higher self. Like, we are love though, Leo. Like, deep down, that's who we fucking are. You can be successful at anything you want. This is your higher self, like telling both of you, like, you have no idea what you can do for yourself. You know what I mean? What you can manifest, what you can have. So there's an awakening here of the soul coming out and actually having a conversation with you, going like, you're fucking not seeing anything like like I see it. You want to see it from my perspective, or do you want to still look at it from your broken human um, experience? Because you can do that for as long as you want, but there's this chance here for you to ascend. There's a chance right here. It's about learning about your higher self, and that's what's happening. This person triggered you and you triggered them. So expect to have a conversation with your higher self, because it's coming. Because I just feel like you both aren't really being your authentic self, and your soul is going like, you know what? I think you need to know some stuff, I think you need to know about me, about the soul, about what we've been through, like the bigger piece. You're not just a human body. We are the I am energy, right? And so this person over here, let's see what their next action is. They're moving towards something. They're moving out of like this shitty feeling that they have, Six of Swords is about going from like a shitty feeling. I feel like what this person is leaving behind is devil energy. So it could be fear, it could be an addiction, it could be worry, it could be temper, it could be abuse, it could be greed, it could be overindulgence of some kind, but they're leaving it. They're walking away from it because their soul is leading them out of there. They're like, no, this is not getting you anywhere. Big transformation coming forth. We've seen it up here with the dragonfly, right? So we're seeing it here. What's happening for this person? I feel like there's like all this backstory for this person over here. 9 of Wands. Like, every relationship I've been in has been fucked up. I always walk away hurt. And I really don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have to protect myself every step of the way. That's fear. That's fear. And that's what spirit is like moving person number 2 out of. Where are you taking person number 2? Like, if you're leaving behind all this negative thoughts and energy, like, where are they going? Okay. So what they're saying is like, they're coming in. I feel like there was a fight between person number 1 and person number 2. Person number 2 feels like this is not done. Remember the unfinished business? I think their higher self is even like removing the fear or the anxiety and the like icky feeling they have about it. And they're moving them to say like, you got to make this fair. So I feel like this person is walking toward you with some sort of an offer, saying sorry, something like that. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on as far as the activity goes, So both of you getting a new perspective here, tapping in very good, self-love, knowing that you do have something to offer, So I think it's happening to both people. So it's called ascension. Yeah, it's called awakening. It's called like your soul coming out saying like, hey, babe, did you forget about me? Did you forget about my magic? Oh, hello, Ruby. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you here. So tell me about the song for person number one. If person number one could send a song to person number two in this love situation, what would the song be? Tell me now. Okay, so two came out for person number one, and they're saying like, give me one reason to stay here and I'll turn right back around. You see, they are looking. They're looking at the back like, are you calling me back yet? Like I am kind of going away, but like, did you ask me to come back? They're checking, right? So they want a reason to stay. They want to turn around. They want to come back. And then into the mystic. I want to rock your gypsy soul. Just like way back in the days of old. Magnificently we will float into the mystic. Van Morrison. Greatest singer to ever live. One of them anyway, right? Tell me about person number two's song. What do they feel like about person number one? Uh-oh. He's a magic man. He's got the magic hands, mama. Have you ever heard that song? Oh, great night. So, what is it like? So long ago, I was not so strong, you know. A man came to me. I never seen eyes so blue. I could not run away, it seemed. We'd seen each other in a dream. Will this spell last forever? This song is about like it's about knowing that you have something from before. You know what I mean? There's magic between the two of you. Or this person feels like you are magic. You know what I mean? Person number two feels like one is a magic. Person number two, here's your other song, Two Fell Out for You Too. The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson. This is a good one. I mean, I never felt so in love before, you know. Let's see what it says. You really turn me on. You knock me off my feet. My lonely days are gone. I like the feeling you're giving me. Just hold me, baby. I'm in ecstasy. I've never felt so in love before. Just promise me, baby, you'll love me forevermore. I swear I'm keeping you satisfied, 'cause you're the one for me, the way you make me feel. So this person is fucking in love, totally in love with you. That's why, you know, they're being moved to like let go of the fear, let go of like feeling like you're going to attack them and trust it. There's big changes going on for person number two, you know, and person number one too. I feel again like a big mirror kind of energy going on. You guys are triggering each other to ascend and heal, and that is what relationships are about. So gotta be thankful, right? So this is a strong relationship. If you feel all that magic, right? Obviously, that person over here is feeling quite a bit for you, Leo. Okay. Next, Virgo. 126. Okay, Virgo. See what's going on with you and your person. You versus them. Person number one. Person number one. How are you feeling? Okay. Person number one, single parent, misses you. I feel like hooking up. They're looking at you on social media. I feel like they want to call you, and I don't know if they have enough strength to do it. They got to get some courage here. Divine feminine, they might see you as a divine energy, a divine counterpart, something special anyway, right? So, mutual energy, anxiety and worry. How come? Snake. Oh, jeez. Romantic feelings, divine timing. So there's a lot of anxiety between the two of you. It's telling me it's not really what it looks like with that snake card. Like it looks like one thing, but it's really not. I do feel like divine timing is here, so something could change suddenly. And I do feel like you both have romantic feelings, but you're both like kind of anxiety ridden about whatever's going on, right? So a lot of anxiety. There could be like a lot of like trickery too in the relationship, lying, that snake there. You know, snake can mean a lot of things. It can mean transformation too. So see what person number two is feeling like. They want to hear from you. They're like looking at their phone, waiting. And there's another snake here. Shapeshifter. Music, inspiration. So they're hearing music about you. Like, right? Like they're thinking about you when they hear music. I feel like this person is like, it's probably like synchronicities. You know what I mean? Like that's what this makes me feel like. You know, like a reminder, like, did you forget about person number one? You know what I mean? Did person number two forget about him because like here comes this song on the radio, your intuition going like, hey, do you remember this person that gave you peace? Do you remember this person that you love? So this person is being like kind of like by spirit, right? Like, hey, do you remember? They're giving them synchronicities, right? So let's see what's going on. I wish I had a fan in here. I need a fucking fan in this room. It's like dripping, sweaty, hot. So gross. I hate being hot like that. Okay, so Virgo, tell me what's going on with this person over here. Okay. This person's kind of stubborn, I feel like. But the mirror card is here too. So it's saying like person number one is stubborn. They're not really wanting to like even, they're not telling me with that hand of cards. They're keeping that close to their chest. They're not like letting go how they feel. They're keeping it a secret from you. And they're not reaching out for you because they're waiting for you to reach out for them, and it's taken every bit of strength that they have to not reach out to you is what I feel like. So let's look at this mutual energy here. This is like divine timing, a lot of anxiety, golden mirror. You know what I feel like? I feel like you both think that the other one doesn't love the other one. I'll tell you why, because of what just came out. So remember the snake card right here, and it says it's not what it looks like. Well, then this golden mirror comes out and it says one-sided relationship love bombing. So I feel like it looks like only one person is in love here, and you both think it. Person number two thinks they're the only one that loves anybody in this situation. Person number one, same fucking thing. And the snake card here is saying like, this is not what you think. You know, like you're misinterpreting this situation because there is romantic feelings and there is divine timing. Here's the clock saying about the divine timing. The reason that this relationship like can't seem to get off the ground, it's because of fear. It's because of jealousy. Because there's a misunderstanding between the two of you, Virgo. It's not what it looks like. So you're both misunderstanding each other. Let's see what person number 2 is like. Tell me their side of the story. What's going on? This person over here is like being bombarded with synchronicities about you unexpectedly every day, all day long. um, this person wants to reach out and talk to you, and they cannot. They feel almost not them. I mean, they feel almost like they're being controlled in this relationship. You know what I mean? Because they feel so much, and they're like, "Man, what happened here? Like, this is not me. I don't feel this deep. I don't love this deep. I never do." Right? So they don't really know, right, what to do. I feel like they're kind of like saying, like, "Man, I'm gonna have to move on with this." But I feel like what they're being moved to do, because their higher self is getting in touch with them, like this inner knowing, right? I think you have them so confused that they have no other choice than to like hermit about it. You know what I mean? Go in deep. Spirit, what is this for? Tell me what the deal is, you know? And Spirit is like so lovingly saying, like, it's about you, man. You gotta love yourself. It's time for you to like appreciate yourself, appreciate everything that you've been through. Like, this is not about like trying to like self-sabotage at all. It's about understanding that every goddamn thing in your life had a purpose, and you love all of it. Like, you've been through so much, but this is like a really deep conversation, I feel like, between person number 2 and their soul, because they're confused and they're like, why you keep reminding me of this person? Why? Well, person number 2, it's because they're a divine and you know it. They're probably your divine counterpart and you feel it. And if they're not like your forever person, they're the person that's going to make you love yourself. So, whatever they're doing over here to you, whatever kind of feelings, whatever your soul is telling you through music and making you think of this person, it's all about pushing you toward really accepting who you really are. That's really hard to do sometimes, isn't it? Because I feel like all through our life, aren't we just constantly comparing ourselves? Like, think about like the fashion world or the people we watch on movies. They're so beautiful, aren't they? They have perfect figures and perfect smiles and perfect sense of humor. And when we compare ourselves to that, we really do come up short. I don't care who we are. So I feel like this is your time, person number 2, to really indulge in you, you know, and accept the pieces, all of it. You know what I mean? Accept your body style, accept your hair kind of your the kind of hair you have. Have you ever noticed that we're never happy with what we have? Like I have. Like I have super curly hair. I've always hated it. And I always wished I had straight hair. But you know what? Straight hair wish they had a little curl. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, this is kind of about like admitting to yourself that you are just perfect. You know what I mean? You're perfect. And I feel like there's a strong message there. And like, this is person number 2 needs to learn that. Like, I'm perfect as is. And I think this relationship is fucking teaching you that somehow, you know? Um, so let's see what the actions are. Let's see. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hanan, when will I have a relationship? Oh, I can't believe it. Do you know, I really never get super jazzed. I'm so excited about this. Let me, um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Aw. Let's celebrate. Aw, it feels so beautiful right now. I'm gonna finish this reading and then I will answer your question because of the super chat. Thank you. Okay, so Virgo, we're asking like, what's their next action? What's their next action? Person number one is trying to get a new perspective on themselves. They feel like they're not enough. I can see it all the way through it. They do. But they're really coming in as the Empress. So they definitely are enough. They just don't see it yet, you know? And it's because of the heartbreak. You know, it's because of the heartbreak. And they're like, fuck, I just feel like I'm not enough. So what's happening for this person is like, there's no action here, like of them coming toward you. What they're doing is rearranging their higher self, is like reframing how they feel about the situation. Tell me what person number two is feeling about. Person number two also kind of like, there's no action here forward right now. I feel like they're trying to really put this shit together. They got the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like they're in some kind of like depression and like really doing a lot of work, probably talking to their higher self or listening, being pushed that way anyway. I do see action. It's going to be slow and it's not right this minute, but they're coming in because they fucking love you and they know it. You know what I mean? They do. They love you. So let's see in the middle what's the confusion and then going for it. So I feel like there's choices to be made, but I feel like there's a new beginning for both of you. So it could be good. Let's see what's the outcome. What's the outcome? What is the outcome for Virgo and this person? 10 of Pentacles? I love it when it works out like that. You just have to take care of yourself here, Virgo. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Go, Virgo. 10 of Pentacles is what's coming in for you. Let's look at the song. Let's see the song. Hi, Warforge. Well, you don't have to watch, honey. You don't have to believe. It's okay. You can look at something else. You don't have to be here at all. I'm sorry if it's disturbing you. Sending you love. Okay, person number one. You want to know the song for person number one? I want to kiss you all over and over again. I want to light your fire. All day I've been thinking about you, babe. You're the one. You're my one desire. Gonna wrap my arms around you and hold you next to me. I want to taste your lips. I want to be your fantasy. Yeah. You're not just another lover. You're everything to me. That's what person number one feels about you. Person number two. Person number two, tonight's the night. It's going to be all right. Because I love you, girl. Ain't nobody going to stop us now. It's a Rod Stewart song. Super great song. Middle of the Road. You Are So Beautiful by Joe Cocker. This is how you both feel. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hoped for. You're everything I need. You are so fucking beautiful to me. So, Virgo, this is going to be a big eye-opener. You're not going to believe it when this all comes together, I don't think. And I don't think it's going to be in like 5 minutes. It's going to take a minute. You guys are really going through a lot of transforming in your soul, like soul work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, Hanan, what do you want to know? When will I be in a relationship? That's such a hard question. When? I'm trying to think what I could get a when. Let's just get a story and we'll see if we can figure out when. Spirits, angels, and guides, let's talk about this Hanan. This really beautiful person who actually sent me a super chat. Let's give him a good reading, Spirit. Thank you so much for the super chat. First one. It says first one of the day. Anyway, I have had like 3 or 4. I think there's a possibility for love and it's right in front of you, but you don't see it. I feel like there's something that you're clinging to that's like kind of like hindering your growth. And I don't know what it is, but it's a comfort zone. So, let's talk about comfort zone. That's the south node. I don't know what your south node is in, but the south node right now is in Libra. So we're all kind of being asked to like leave behind some old patterns. And the pattern of Libra is to like make sure everybody's okay. You know, like it's your job to like make sure everything is fine. So I don't know what the safety zone and the you know, this is definitely south node energy. And I feel like you're going to meet this person while you're out having fun. I almost feel like this is a friend because it's like you know them, but you don't see them as a partner. You know what I mean? And so it's saying like divine timing is happening. I feel like romantic feelings is coming in. And this right here, this safety zone is hurting you. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's important. So we're over here and we're like, we've got this peacock here that's talking about competing. And then it's got the party card like having fun. And remember, they're telling me like someone's here, but you don't see it as like a romantic option or something like that. You just don't see it, but you will. I feel like it's about divine timing, and I bet it's got something to do with this. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when we get somebody great to come into our lives, it's because of where we're vibrating at. So whatever you are thinking about is what you bring about. So if you're feeling like in agonizing pain, I think you're going to find someone who's also in agonizing pain. You know what I mean? You're not going to, or give you agonizing pain. It's like, this is your comfort zone. And I think like, this is the way it's always been for you. Like, right? Like, I feel like you've had a history of like hurtful relationships and a lot of like storms in the relationship, you know, turmoil. And I feel like you just keep getting into those relationships. Now, it could be telling me that the reason is because I don't know. I used to be in like a cycle like that where I would only pick people that weren't available, like married people. I know that probably makes me look really bad, and I don't want you guys to judge me, but I did go through a period where I only chose people who were not available to me. And I'm wondering if you do that. Like, are you picking people, or are you same kind of people? Maybe you're picking from the same pool of people too. You know what I mean? So there could be something there. I don't know why that would come to my head, and I would share something that personal with you. But I kind of feel like, you know, I don't know, you're dipping into the same pool of water when really there's a giant ocean and you can move around and you can go anywhere. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep picking out of the same pool, is what I'm feeling. You've been divorced for a reading? Or for a year? Yeah. Okay, so tell me about the person. Okay, and you're afraid. You got fear. See, you kind of gotta like let go of the stuff, the fears, the anxiety, the I feel like I'm not enough. I don't know. It's like competition card here. Like, are you afraid of competition? Are you? Because, or is that the kind of people you always get? You know, somebody where you have to keep compete with for their love. Because I feel like what's happening right now with the planets is like we're being able to like let go of those cycles. We have Neptune in retrograde, and it's making everything look real. Like we're not being able to like, um, sugarcoat anything. We're being like looked at in the face with the truth of who we are and what we're doing, and what relationships are and what we really want, like the truth coming out. So tell me what the truth is for Hanan. What's the truth for Hanan? What is the truth? You're blocked because I think you're blocked from another relationship because of the inner growth that you need. I feel like you're still kind of, I don't know. Are you still kind of hung up on somebody? Or on the pain of the last person? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a different card. A deck. Okay, Spirit, tell me what Hanan needs to know. When is their next person coming in? And like, where can they find them? What do you want to tell them? Tell me whatever you can. You have to choose yourself first. See, if you're not finding somebody, it's because you need to like do some self work. That means like love yourself. You got to do this inner growth because all of this stuff is blocking you, and there are obstacles for you. This agonizing pain, this fear that you have, it's blocking you from being able to choose yourself. So you have to let go of something. And this is like the Five of Cups. So it's about, well, it's about letting something go. It's about grieving, right? This bitch ain't grieving. She's blowing out the candles because look at that big moon behind her. And she's like, this is a waste of energy to burn these candles when I have the moon right there. So I'm going to blow them out. They don't really serve me right now. This is just an admission. And I think it's about this past stuff, this fear. It's like you know it doesn't serve you anymore, right? Yeah, there's a transformation happening in you. Something is over, and it definitely takes time to let these things go, and receive the transformation. Because whenever we do something like that, like we do let go, everything changes when we really let go of the energy, the fear, the pattern. Something new develops in us. We become something new. That's what the Ten of Swords is all about. And this is the Fool card. So it's saying like, as soon as you do this, that's when. So I don't have a date. And that's why tarot is so, it's hard to like put a date on anything because the spiritual realm just doesn't know time. They don't care about it. The only things that care about time is earthlings, people on earth. We're the only ones that keep track of it, I feel like. So there's a need for you to like make the decision to choose yourself. Two of Wands. What does that mean? Spirit, what does it mean? Show me the definition of the Two of Wands for this beautiful person. Oh. Okay, I see him down here. That means, hang on, I'm gonna have to crawl down here and get him. It's the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, which means that you're guarded and afraid. Seven of Wands, right? You feel like you have to protect yourself. you know, from everything here. It's this fear. But what's happening is you got to know your value. So here's the thing. So work on yourself. Stay in gratitude is what I feel like. Like be grateful every single day. Keep a list, you know, put it on your refrigerator. Write down 3 things every time you look at the list. Like 3 things or just one thing, whatever you want. Just stay in gratitude, because what happens is when we have a grateful heart, more things to be grateful for comes. And so I feel like it's work on yourself that has to happen. If you were to find someone right now in this energy that you're in, you're gonna find someone just like the last one. You know what I mean? And I see it's agonizing pain, because you're not pulling in like someone who's sure of themselves, someone who treats the other person right, someone who isn't filled with doubt and worry and shame. You know, you're feeling really good about yourself here. So if you're in this queen energy, what you're going to attract is someone who's equally, you know, feeling great about themselves, Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you got to do some inner work on that. And I think that's when your person comes in, right? See at the bottom of the deck, it's the Star card. You have to heal first. You have to change some things first. It's also telling me like, here's the kind of the key. It's like, so the Page of Wands is kind of like this, it's a childlike energy, right? But wands are about passion. So it's saying like, what did you like to do as a kid? Do some of that shit, because it's going to change your vibe. And I know it probably sounds dumb, but like, I'll tell you some of the things you could do. Go to a park and swing on a swing. Go to a park or somewhere where you can roll down a hill. Remember doing that when you were little? I know it sounds crazy, but do it. Do it, because it starts something in you. It changes something in you. And you start to like grow, and you start to get confident in yourself, because you're realizing that this person, this soul inside of you is alive, and it's powerful, and that's the truth. You're like seeing the truth. Here comes the sun. Like, you know, like everything changes when you start to like do things that make you happy. So instead of worrying about who's coming in next, worry about where you're vibing at, so you can pull in somebody that's cool. You know what I mean? You want to pull in somebody that is like you in some way. Like, you know what I mean? Like you like the same thing. So the Page of Wands could be like, I don't know, you're doing something that you've always loved to do. Maybe you love to do artwork, and so you join some kind of art class. Maybe you're taking pottery. Maybe you're doing ceramics. Maybe you're taking a painting class. I don't know what you're taking, but I feel like you got to like nurture that piece of you, because it's going to change your vibration, and then you're going to bring in people that are vibing where you're at. You cannot bring in anyone healthy when you're feeling so shitty about yourself. Don't even try to manifest someone. Don't even try it. It's going to be more pain. Put all that energy that you use to like find somebody or whatever, put it on you. You spend all your energy on yourself. Blow out those candles. You don't need it. You don't need that right now. You know what I mean? So 153.24 is Libra. So that's what I have for you, Hannah. I hope that it makes sense for you. Yeah, it's kind of like when you are in a cycle. I don't know if you've seen that one video on my channel, but you should. It's called The Cycle is Ending, Karmic Cycles Are Ending, something like that. It's not very far down when you press the live tab. Look at one of the, it doesn't have very many views either, but it's maybe one of the best readings I've ever done. So I think that if you want an answer on how to change a cycle into karmic cycle, because it feels like you're in one, you know, when you keep going around and around in the same circle, that's what that reading made me feel like. So that's what I got for you. All right, now we're going to do Libra. We got to go person number 1. Person number 1, person number 2 for Libra. Libra, how does Libra feel, or person number 1 feel about person number 2 in the Libra scenario, Spirit? Person number 1 says, they cheated on me, man. They cheated on me, and I don't trust them anymore. And I'm living in fear right now. And I'm trying to grow. This is my ex-lover. We are not together anymore. I am not committed to anyone. I'm independent and growing in that direction. So this person is hurt and they're living in fear, but they're really working on themselves. I don't think they're dating or anything. Tell me about person number 2. How are they feeling about person number 1? What's going on? Person number 2 feels fucking sorry. Of course they do. They're regretting it. They're like, God damn it. I took a chance. And now person number 1 thinks I'm the fucking enemy. I hope they call me. I want a reconciliation. That's person number 2. Let's look at the middle energy between the two of you. What is it? What's the middle energy for person number 2? Magnetic attraction. There's a lot of passion. I feel like you both feel like you've changed a lot from this relationship. I feel like there was a third party. I feel like there was competition here. And I feel like both of you feel like it's over, right? But they're underneath it all, there's so much love. There's so much love here, you know? So neither one of you look like you're dating. Person number 2 is fucking sorry. It's clear that person number 2 cheated on person number 1. It's just very clear here. So, wow, that's crazy. Let me tell me what's going on here with this. Tell me what's going on in this first column here. This person is ascending. You know, they're just learning, they're expanding, they're growing. They think about you all the time. And they look at your pictures and they miss you. But they think that the relationship is over and they just don't want to do it anymore. They're like, I'm just going to work on me. I'm not, but you're still in their energy for sure. So let's see about this person. Like, tell me their side of the story. I feel like this person feels like they're scared of being left alone. They have abandonment issues. They're so fucking sad that you left. I feel like they are changing. And they're trying. I think they're not able to close this out. They want to talk to you. And here they are loving themselves as well. So I feel like they're working on themselves and they realize they're the problem, right? I feel like that. What's in the middle though? Let's get these cards in the middle. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, you both mutually feel the same about the other one. You're like, love that person. Can't stop thinking about it, and they definitely transformed me. And then here, I feel like, honestly, deep down, I feel like maybe this is a cycle and you're sick of it. Both of you are sick of it. And I feel like you're both really in your ego. I think you're both kind of in your ego instead of like coming from a soul, heart space. I feel like you're coming from a scared human place, and that is never good for anyone. Our human is just so I mean, they're so afraid of everything, you know what I mean? And our soul isn't like, you know, so I feel like both of you are kind of like tapping into that fear of intimacy, fear of being hurt, fear of the outcome. So this person actually over here, person number one, I feel like they're working on themselves. They realize this was a lesson, a big one, because it burnt them to the ground with the Tower card. Like it really tore them to pieces, you know. But they're also seeing like what it gave them, which is ascension. And I feel like also you opened their heart up. And I don't think this person really had that before they met you. And they're knowing that, they're understanding it. I feel like they've been blocking themselves off for love, from love for a long time, and then you kind of like you penetrated their heart, and now they're back to being like, fuck it, I don't fucking want this shit. Tell me what person number two's actions are going to be toward person number one, if there is any. They're surrendering it. They're surrendering it to their higher self. They're going like, I fucked up. Human fucked up. This whole thing. Soul, can you help me? Can you fix it? Can you make the pain go away? Like, because I really don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. You're going to have to take this from me. They're surrendering to their soul plan. What is it? If this person is supposed to be in my life, I'm good with it. If they're not supposed to be in my life, I'm good with it. This person is surrendering to their soul and their soul path, the plan. They're like, I don't want to control the plan. I want you to still lead the way, soul. I fuck it up every time. I fuck it up every time. So they're surrendering to their soul. What is their soul plan saying about this relationship? Like what? They're saying you got to heal up because you have some deep, deep fear. Deep fear. Seven of Swords. This could be something that happened when you were a kid or something, where you have a boundary up around yourself. I feel like this person number two is kind of like healing, cutting themselves free from whatever it was. Wheel of Fortune time. So like it's timing. It's them. It's their path, right? Time for them to like put down the heavy burden that they've been carrying around. Like, I'm not enough for anyone. Oh, I always fuck stuff up. They're starting to meditate. They're starting to like let go of false beliefs that they had before, and they're working on self-love. I think their next action is to come and say, hey, I really want to work with you. I feel like that is part of their plan, but like they have to really, really let go of some stuff first. So what's the most likely outcome between these two? The most likely outcome, Spirit, let's have the truth of this situation. What is it? Wish fulfillment. The Star card. An offer of love. Yeah, it's gonna work out. They're coming back. There's a reunion. Three of Cups. And Spirit is involved. Ten of Pentacles. Whole thing's changed. The whole thing is changed. So kind of like what I was saying to this lady that I was doing the reading for, it's like if you can take the time out to like connect in with your higher self and like connect in with truth and your heart space too, your vibration changes, and then what is meant for you just comes to you like magnet and steel. You know what I mean? So you're both working on yourself. If you want this thing to work, it will, because it's saying right here, it's got the possibility of 10 of Pentacles. So keep doing your work. Keep doing your work. But this person, remember, this person cheated on this person. And sometimes, you know, like this person over here is like, yeah, this thing changed me. It opened my heart. But like, they cheated on me. They made me feel like I had to compete for their love. And that's the cycle that I ended. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm saying like there's a possibility that this could really work out well. But you know, both people have to agree to that. I see person number 2, 100% in. Person number 1, I don't know. Tell me what person number 1's song is for person number 2. I will always love you. They will. Person number 2's song, what do you want to say? Can't wait for this one. This is the cheater one. This is the cheater, the sorry one, the really sorry one. They're going to show you how much they can change. Unstoppable is here. You know, like they're saying, like, you don't even know anything about me, how deep my feelings are. I've never shared it with you. And I break down and I'm crying and I'm alone. And I don't want you to see that. But they're also saying, like, I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. And I win every single day. So this person over here is like really kind of like seriously self-loving like crazy. Let's see what the mutual song is just for fun. Let's see what the mutual energy is for these guys. I'm in tune. Have you ever heard that song? You guys should listen to that song, Libra, because it's by The Who, 1971, and it's called Getting in Tune, I think. It's about two people like psychically being tuned in on the other one. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like this is a bigger connection, just, you know, it's not just like some fly by night thing. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be feeling so goddamn deep about it. And then when they're saying they're tuning in, it means 5D. It means like you guys are already in 5D. And I don't know if you know it, but this person does. At some point, this person knows. And in order to bring that into the 3D and a reality, this person needs to change. And well, so do you. So does person number 1. It's got to be some growth. It's got to be some changes. So that's what I got for you, Libra. God, these readings taking me forever. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing. I do have a members only channel. If you guys are interested in joining that, I do extendeds over there and personal readings and just like channeled messages too. I do a little like reaching over onto the other side there. So if you're interested in like contacting someone, that's kind of where I like to do it. And if you're a member over there, we can do it at the online together, tapping into whoever you want to reach. Let's see. Scorpio would be next, 20941. Okay, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you verse them. Person number 1. Person number 1. Let's just shuffle the shit out of these for a minute. I know it's taking me. Okay, Scorpio, person number 1 in this situation. Partying, having fun. I think this person I feel like this person number 1 is trying to find their own peace, you know, like inner peace. I feel like they kind of keep tabs on you. Maybe they kind of like low key stalk you on social media or something like that. but they're waiting to hear from you. They're just sitting here waiting. Are they going to call? What are they doing? They had burritos for breakfast. Yeah, I seen it on there. I've seen it on their Facebook page. It's like they're watching you. I don't know what they're looking at, but they're watching you, waiting for you. Both of you not in a relationship, both of you single, both of you in anxiety and worried about the situation. Both have romantic feelings for the other. You both miss each other. Both of you want to hook up, have a one night stand at least, or you just did, or something like that. There's a lot of feelings. Somebody misses somebody. It's both of you. You both miss each other. I think you're anxious about the hookup, right? So I don't know if you just had a hookup or if you are thinking about having one, right? Because you miss them. So maybe you're just fantasizing about it. Like, man, I'd like to have one more ride with Scorpio, right? The other person, number 2, is scared and timid. They're scared. They think about you all the time. I feel like deep down this person like feels really grateful for you because of how much they've grown from you, from person number 1, you know. You've changed them and they are so grateful for it. You know what I mean? So I think this person is like, I think they're keeping their feelings to themselves because they're scared to tell you because I don't know why. They've got a lot of anxiety, but both people do. So you got just one person kind of like hanging out, trying to find inner peace, but at the same time, they're waiting for a message and looking at their phone. They're like low-key stalking you on social media. Like, yeah, they had a hot dog for lunch yesterday. Oh, I see they went to wherever, you know. This one over here is doing that. This one over here is like keeping it all in. They're scared. They are scared. And grateful. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this one. So let's talk about person number 1 over here, the one that's like, I feel like this person is kind of like getting on with their life, like, you know, I mean, they're trying to look like that, right? And they are seeking inner peace, but at the same time, they're definitely looking at stuff, trying to like, did they call yet? Like they're checking their phone. Did they call? Did they text me? Is there an email? So this person is talking about temptation. It's talking about hooking up. It's talking about flirting. And it's talking about seduction. Like, I feel like there's something pretty sexy going on here. This person over here is like trying to find somebody new. They are. I mean, they are. They're trying to date. They're trying to get out of there. And they don't want to like even reveal to you that they're interested. I don't know why. Seems like a game to me. So they're trying to date other people. Give me one more person on this one. And they're heartbroken. Yeah, I knew they were. So they're trying to pretend like everything's groovy. They are. But they're not okay. They're sad. Okay. So let's see what's going on in the middle here with these cards. What's the mutual energy between these two? One night stand again. If you have 3 cards that talk about a one night stand, Scorpio. It's like there was a one night stand and then somebody left. You're both afraid. You're both very, very much in your human with the fear. You feel all kinds of things. You see all this anxiety right here, right? It's coming out again. It's just saying like you both feel like that. I feel like you're both running away from each other. You know, I feel like, I don't know, Cupid's arrow. Okay. So maybe you guys, I don't know, both have other options, you know? Both afraid of commitment, both in anxiety, both feeling a lot toward the other one, but not admitting it, not moving on it. You're both running away from each other. And then over here, this person number two, this person over here is going through a big transformation, and I feel like I think one of the things they have to offload is fear, because it's like there's a change going on for this person. It's just like divine timing. It needs to heal, you know? I feel like this person over here feels like person number one never loved me anyway, so I'm not really sure why I'm in this relationship. I'm not really sure. And so person number two is going like, not gonna happen. I'm not letting it happen. Break up, end of story. Person number two is done. Like they really fucking are saying like, I'm not doing this again. I'm fucking not. How come? Like, what's the big thing that happened that makes person number two so dead set against it? They're going through a transformation. They don't have time or room or anything to like worry about anything else. They're working on their inner growth. They want to get their own strength, and they think that you stabbed him in the back, man. I mean, this person was wanting to live happily ever after. They wanted to go up a notch. They wanted you to grow together. And it just, I don't know what happened. I think something resurfaced, and now it scared both people. So person number two is like fucking over the whole deal. Done. Damn. Scorpio, every reading has been great. This one. What the fuck's going on? What's going on for Scorpio? Why is all these negative cards going on here? Tell me, what is the next action on person number one's part? I feel like person number one's trying to find peace, but they're still watching for you to text them or something, right? Next action. I don't know. I feel like they're owning their value here. I think they're learning something about themselves, like Eight of Swords, like maybe they've been overthinking it. Maybe they've taken the heartbreak too far, and it's time for them to like just take their heart out of it, because, you know, they feel like they're more valuable than that, you know? So next action, it looks like this person is putting a line down and saying like, and going off on a new adventure. I don't know that the adventure includes person number two, because I feel like this person is just kind of like, this person is saying it too, like over, done, gone. This person over here is going like, I can't do it anymore. I can't stay stuck in this energy anymore. It's like, it's heartbroken, kind of like, I need peace, you know? I need to stop checking my fucking phone all the time for somebody that fucking never texts me, right? So you guys are equally sick of it. Tell me about person number two. Okay, they're working on themselves. They're ending the cycle. They are. They realize that they learned all that they can learn from person number one, and they're going to go in a new direction. It's over. Mutual energy. Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. The mutual energy is not to let it go. The mutual energy is to work on it. Like you're both waiting for something to change. Wheel of Fortune. Like a lucky break or something like that. Like, can something change here? You know, like, I feel like you both feel like the other one is like the source of abundance, the source of happiness, right? With the Sun card. But I can tell you by the bottom of the deck, it's like there's something in the way here of this relationship. And I don't know what it is, but the devil can mean a lot of things. It can mean like, well, the first thing I see in this card is like that volcano erupting in the back. So I feel like that can be like temper flares and saying things you don't mean. It can be about like maybe, you know, greed or something like that, bribery. It can be about fear. It can be about temptation. It can be about lies. You know what I mean? But whatever this energy is, like spirit is saying, like that has to go. You can't live in fear for the rest of your life, you guys. So what's happening is spirit is working for both of you in both behalf. And I feel like what's happening is like you're both understanding your value. You know what I mean? That's the purpose of this relationship. And that is the purpose. So let's see what the song is. Let's see. I don't know. Spirit could be bringing this back in divine timing, but I feel like both people are really fucking tired of it. You know, both people. So person number one, what's the song you want to give to person number two? I will always love you. That one's come out a lot today. Tell me what person number two's song is for person number one. Tell me what person number two's song is. This one is turn the page. Yeah, this person too is not kidding around. Here I am on the road again. There I go. Turn the page. This one is starting a new chapter and you're not in it. Middle of the road. This is how you both feel, is that this is a really rare and special relationship, and that's how come both of you are struggling so hard. And you know, you're like, God damn it, I have got to let this go. I can see it on both people's part. You don't want to, but you have to. And in the middle too, this Coldplay by Gravity. Have you ever heard that? That's about being drawn to each other. It's about gravity pulling and pushing. That is the coolest video. Scorpio, you should look it up if you have an interest, because it's kind of like the original video is kind of about two people that are connected on a soul level, and they get back together and it feels so good, and then someone disappears, and then the gravity pulls them back together, and then the other one disappears, and then they get back together. It's the most haunting song, but there's this in the center. It's telling me you guys are feeling some kind of like push and pull energy, you know? So when I'm saying like the Wheel of Fortune is coming in and moving you, this could work out because of this pull that you have. Not only that, but like, you know, I will always love you. However, person number two is like over it. Person number two is fucking over it, so I don't know. I do feel like you guys have a special kind of bond though. Who's next? Sagittarius. 226. All right, Sagittarius. Okay, person number one. I think person number one is, I mean, you're definitely in their energy. I feel like this is an ex, right? You guys are ex lovers. I feel like your person number one is trying to like experience new things. I feel like they are single and kind of like being okay with that, but I feel like they sit around and look at their phone to see if you're going to call. I feel like they have a lot of regrets. And I feel like also this card is saying like their inner knowing is like beefing up, like they're getting messages from their higher self. Maybe it's this time traveling, you know, like they're spending some time doing new things. So it could be that, or they're like reprocessing the thing. In the center energy, I feel like you guys are feel like home together. Feel like you have a lot of fun together. Feel like you have changed a lot with each other. You know what I mean? Cause changes in the other person. I feel like, what else? Center energy. I feel like there's, tell me, clarify that. Is that a brand new person that they're meeting, or? I feel like there's no talking right now. I feel like you guys are in no contact, Sag. You're not talking to each other. I feel like you feel good together. You feel like you could make a home. You could make a family together, you know. But I feel like both of you have like jealousy. It says there's competition here. So I don't know if like sometimes when I look at the competition card, it's like, what do you think of when you think about that? Have you ever been in a marriage or something where the other person thinks or says you're having an affair and you're not? Ever been with someone like that? Because that's what I kind of feel like this is saying. Like you're both kind of thinking that about the other person, but I don't know if it's really happening. I think it's just kind of like some kind of insecurity on both of you. Person number two does not want a commitment. They're a shapeshifter. There's somebody who can change, right? I feel like this person has a lot of fears. I feel like they're hurting a lot about the relationship being over. You know, it looks like there's silence. This person feels guilty. This person feels scared and hurt. Agonizing pain, it says. You know. I feel like person number two is like kind of trying to concentrate on money instead of the pain that they're feeling. And I feel like what they're figuring out is that this was an unhealthy attachment, this relationship. You know, I think they are kind of like trying to see if they could like get back together, but I also feel like at the same time they're like, this is the most toxic motherfucking thing I've ever been in, and I just, even though I have a lot of feelings about it, I'm fucking over it. Okay. Hi there. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing and all that stuff. I love having you guys and I love my channel growing. Makes me feel so good. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah. This person over here has regrets because I think they sabotaged the thing. I don't know what they did, but it was for their own good. Like they felt like they were just pushed to heal themselves. So whatever happened, I feel like they're working on something different now. They do regret how it ended up, you know, like whatever the fight was or anything, but they're not hanging on. They're not like they're not holding on with a chokehold. They feel bad about it. They do check their phone to see. Maybe in the past they chased person number 2. But person number 1, I don't know. I feel like they're trying something different. Something happened, and even though they're still kind of like this energy is still here, like they're still checking on person out. Did they call? What are they saying now, right? Let's see the mutual energy. Your mutual energy is to let it go, to be done with it. This is a fucked up relationship. This person is right. This is fucked up. There was heartbreak, deception, pain. The axe is here. Not today. Fucking over it. Right? This is a one-sided relationship. This is your middle energy. You're both feeling like pretty negative about the other one. I feel like you both feel like you got fucked over. So let's see what number 2 is thinking about. They're worrying about their money now. They're in a lot of pain and they've got a lot of fear. But don't forget they are a shapeshifter. So they can roll with the punches, man. You want it to be over, they can fucking call it over. End of story. They're going through a transformation. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking go with the flow. It's causing a big change inside of me, the way I feel. And so once the change starts to happen, they start to feel good about themselves. Yeah, definitely. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Person number 2 really going through some big changes. I feel like they're the one being honest with themselves. This is a fucked up commitment. And I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel or anything, and I'm fucking done. Sagittarius, person number 2 is over it. And I think, honestly, between the two of you, you're both over it. You know what I mean? I don't know if person number 1 is 100% there yet, but I think they're getting there. Let me see what the next actions are. Person number 1 is over it. Closing the cycle, learned the lesson, going up the ladder, the end. Person number 2. Person number 2 is, like I said, I think they're focusing on their money, and I think they're making those wishes come true. Like they're changing where they're putting their energy. Remember the shapeshifter? They're like, I'm over worrying about this fucking thing that's causing me pain. It's a fucked up relationship and it's over. I'm going to work on my future, my finances, what I want. I mean, person number 2 could be becoming very wealthy, creating like the life that they want, making all their wishes come true, definitely moving forward. What's the most likely outcome for these guys? What's the most likely outcome for these guys? Moving on. Moving on toward your own happiness, working on your own happiness, changing your energy. I feel like big changes coming, like the way you communicate even with your higher self, because the Judgment card and the Temperance card and the Sun. So it's telling me like Sun is about, focusing on all the beautiful things around you. And that's what changes your energy. And then number 20 is here. Like that's when your soul comes out and says, let's go. I feel like heart activation for both of you. I feel like, alignment. So I kind of feel like both of you going in a new direction, not toward each other. I feel like you guys have learned your lessons. It has caused transformation, and you're both onward towards something else. This is not going to work. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't be all upset if that isn't your reading. It's okay. You don't have to take the reading, and, like, you don't have to be bound to it either. It's what we think about that we bring about. So just so you know, you can create whatever you want that outcome to be. Just keep thinking about it, thinking positive, thinking This is what I want. This is what I'm going for. And it will soon be here. I mean, we are manifestors. So, Capricorn. Let's look at Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for Capricorns. Person number 1 in the Capricorn sitch. Finances. Mind on the money. Shapeshifter. Breakup. Apology. Okay. What's the center? Family. Security. Tower. Single. So, unexpectedly, your family fell apart, and now somebody's single with new responsibilities. Person number 2. Hello. Person number 2. Oh. Person number 2 wants a reconciliation. I feel like person number 1 kind of ghosted them. This person number 2 is hurting real bad. And they're scared. Person number 2 keeps thinking that they want to send a message to person number 1, but then they write it all down on their phone and then they erase it. They don't send they don't send it. Okay. Person number 1. I feel like this is about a marriage. I do. I feel like this person is a fucking snake. And I do. And I feel like they made a promise and they fucking didn't keep it, is what I feel like. And I do feel like they're trying to say sorry, right? But it's almost like this card is saying, like, this person took a gamble, and what they gambled was their relationship. You know, they gambled their marriage, they gambled their love, they just threw it away, caused an ending, you know. But you know as well as I do that every time there's an ending, there's a new beginning, and you've got 2 cards that are saying it. So I feel like, you know, I mean, this could be causing like a big, huge change in the 2 of you, or in this person at least, right? So let's look at Capricorn's middle energy, because it's like suddenly your family breaks apart. Like you had a family and now you're single, you know, and you both are feeling like it was unexpected for both of you. And it's telling me like there's love here, and was stability in this relationship. And then I feel like, you know, I feel like there was a third party. Someone came in and somebody cheated. Somebody met someone new. And that's what happened with the relationship breakup. You know, it was unexpected. I don't even think they meant to even have an affair. I don't know. It just looks like that. So let's look over here for person number 2. This looks like another like fucked up reading. I'm sorry, Capricorn. My God. I am. All right. So tell me how person number 2 is the one that's in pain. This is the person that's going through the major change here. I think that this whole thing happened for person number 2 because the Phoenix is here. So the Phoenix is like, it's really being completely burnt all the way to the ground and then rising from those ashes a new person. Something like this would burn a person down, wouldn't it? Like your whole fucking life changes because somebody fucked somebody else. You know, basically, in a nutshell, that's what this reading is saying. Someone cheated. And it fucking sent this person into a spiral. But what's happening is this person is the one that's going through the huge change. This one has a change too. You're both changing, but like when the Phoenix comes out, it's like a complete change in person number 2. I think person number 2 still thinks about person number 1. They still want a reconciliation, right? So obviously they have some more shit to burn down. Like, I feel like they're scared of abandonment. I feel like they're scared of being alone. I feel like they're scared to not have person number 1. I keep thinking about you. They're obsessed about it, right? The relationship is over, and I feel like if this person could ever grasp that, like it's really, really over, and like go ahead and like allow that burning down of the Phoenix to take place, I kind of feel like something cool could happen for person number 2. But like you're not quite there yet because you're still like, you're thinking about loving on them. You're thinking about like the makeup love making session, you know? I just hate the idea of someone cheating though, just for myself. Like, I don't like it. Like, if I really, really love someone, I don't want to share that with anyone. You know, some people are like in a throuple. Have you ever met someone in a throuple? This is what this reminds me of. It's like, because what happens, let's just talk about it. Because I feel like when there's a third person that wants to be introduced into the sexual part of a relationship, one person really, really wants that. And I can guarantee that the other one is only going along with it. It's not something they desire, but they want to please their mate. This is channeling right now. So you take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? This is for someone. But I feel like, so like the throuple thing, right? So let's say it's the husband that wants to bring in a third party, whether it's a man or a woman. And the wife in the relationship says, is that really what you want? Is that what's going to make you happy? And they're like, yeah. And then the wife goes along with it, but the wife is thinking like, I wonder why I'm not enough. Like, why can't I please this my person? And it's almost always like that. It's almost always the wife who's going along with it to keep the marriage together, but it never fucking works out like that. It never does. Because it's just too hard. Because what ends up happening to the person who didn't want the idea, who didn't have the idea, is they start to feel resentful. They start to feel like they're not enough, and then they start to hate them. It's a fucked up deal. It's a fucked up deal. And it's like, I don't know, but I know some people do it. Some people are swingers. It's okay. If you want to be a swinger, but I feel like you should be honest with whether your mate really wants to be in the swinging party or if they're just doing it to save the relationship, because this is what this reading reminds me of. And it makes me feel like person number 2 is the one that said, okay, if that's really what you need, person number 1, okay, you want to bring another person into our bedroom? Okay, I'll go along with it, but it's breaking person number 2's heart the whole time. And like things are never the same. So I don't know who needed to hear that. Okay, so let's see what the next action is for person number 1. I think they want a new beginning, but they're not healed up. I think they're still clinging on to something else. And I think they don't like themselves very much. I don't think they like what they see in the mirror. I think that they think about what they've done, maybe, because the I'm sorry cars here, you know, and they're going like, I'm fucking sorry I did this. I fucking gambled with our marriage. I gambled with our soul connection. I gambled. And I'm fucking sorry. I hate myself, says person number 1. I want you back. Let's see what person number 2 feels like. Next action, person number 2. Person number 2, you're in the Phoenix. You're fucking crying, thinking about stuff, realizing where you want to put your energy. You know what I mean? You're realizing this person never kept their promise. They didn't even mean it when they said they loved you. I fucking know how to feel about it. You're just like, they didn't even fucking mean it. I'm fucking over it. Done. I'm done. I'm taking my emotions out of it because I just can't. Bravo, says soul. You are aligned. That is a good decision. That is your decision. The judgment card is to choose yourself. Look what else. 9 of Pentacles. You know what that is? It's another alignment card. It's another card saying like, Spirit is guiding you and you're listening. And it's taking you to this place where we realize that this relationship and this feeling and all the stuff that happened, you don't need it. It is not giving you anything good. And you're walking away. You're like, this doesn't even serve me. Your soul is like, you're right. It doesn't serve you to hang on to this. It doesn't. It's not. You're wasting your energy on trying to make this thing happen, on trying to figure out what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Person number 2. Let's see what is going on mutually here. Mutual energy. You guys are trying to figure out your value, both of you. You're both transforming. I don't think this is going to work. I feel like it's going to move on. That's how I feel. I'm not getting a song. I'm not doing a song. Okay. Oh, Cappy. So sorry about this, whoever this reading is for. I'm sorry. But I feel like, person number 2 is going to be okay. And person number 1, I mean, you know what karma is, don't you? It's cause and effect. Like you did one thing, and then something happened, and then something else happened, and then something else happened. And it didn't just happen to you. It trickled all the way over here to the person that you're dealing with, the person that you said you loved, the person that you promised to love forever. That's who you hurt. I don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out, in my opinion. Let's see. 250, 29. Oh my God, another really long reading. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what's coming in here for you guys. Angels, spirits, and guides. Let's get some good energy here. I don't want any more of this breakup bullshit. Come on now. Let's see some real true love and some real true movement. Person number 1. I feel like person number 1 seeing a lot of synchronicities about person number 2. I also feel like person number 1's working on their money. I feel like the breakup is on their mind. Yeah, hurts them. Heartbreak, shattered. But I feel like, honestly, person number 1 is actually dating someone new. They're dating, they're getting out there. But honestly, I feel like person number 1, I feel like you're in the same cycle, okay? So I feel like no matter who you date, Like it's just keeps getting toxic. You keep like attracting snakes. How come? It's like you are moving on, but like the energy's still here. You're heartbroken. And then when you go to date, you know why you're pulling up toxic relationships? Because you're in a toxic energy because of the breakup. My suggestion to person number one, like I don't know if this is you, Aquarius, but you need to like take a step back from dating is what I feel like, and heal yourself first. You're not going to find anything different. You know what I mean? You're going to keep getting the same kind of shit until you deal with whatever this is. Okay. Let's see what the mutual energy is here for Aquarius. Whoa. Okay. Travel, experience new things. So I think you guys had kind of a lot of fun together. Single parent and responsibilities is here. No second chances and non-committal. Wow. Mutual energy, it's over. You both went separate ways. You're both what, single parents now? I mean, you're not together, so if you have kids, then of course you're a single parent. You have to have them, you know, you get them 1 week, they get them 1 week. And it's a different kind of life, right? For sure. Person number two has romantic feelings, but they're not telling you. I feel like they feel like you're not done. I feel like they do sit around and wait for you to call them, and I feel like you don't even know that they care about you. And I also feel like, you know, they either have someone else or you do, or they feel like they have to compete with for your love in some way. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be another person. It could be like, you know, like this person is working on the finances. Maybe they work all the time. And this person is going like, man, I mean, I feel like I have to compete. I feel like I have to beg for time. I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying, like, could be any of that, right? So let's see what person number one for Aquarius, what's going on. Okay, so I feel like this was a soul connection, you know, and a promise, and that's how person number one felt about it, and that's how come they're so broke up about it. They felt like it was special. But I also feel like, you know, person number one is saying like, I never showed them who I really was. I kept things from them. I didn't really tell them 100% truth about myself. Or, yeah, let's just go with that. I feel like they're hiding something. And I also feel like person number one is like looking at the pictures a lot of you guys together. It seems like you guys have a long history together, like maybe, I feel like children at least, or something that's making them. Tell me about the middle part. I feel like in the middle, both of you are healing your heart, taking care of yourself. I feel like at some point there will be a relation or a talk, right? Some kind of communication coming in, you know? But I also feel like both of you need to kind of like really heal yourself. So I think that's kind of like mutual energy. I think you both are doing that. Tell me about person number two. They ran away from the commitment. They don't want commitment. They're scared of it. They're scared of commitment, and they're trying to focus on themselves, living in gratitude, you know, trying to manifest beautiful things in their life is what it looks like. Going through a really big change. Phoenix card. Burning all the way to the ground. This is somebody who loses every goddamn thing, right? Everything. Everything they thought they knew is suddenly not there. It's not real. You know what I mean? Have you ever had something that changed you that much? It's crazy. When you look in the mirror and you're like, who the fuck are you now? Like, how did this change you so much? Sometimes it's a lover that does that to us, and like they're part of our plan, so we can't hate them or anything. See what like the next action is here over here for this person. I feel like this person over here is a little guarded. I mean, there could be like they want to send a message, but they can't. They're too upset about it. I feel like they're emotional about it. They want a new beginning. That's what I think they want. I think they're still sad. Okay, and let's see, person number 2. Like, what's your next action? Well, you're manifesting some truth. You're manifesting the person back. You want the Empress. You want her. This is the Empress, I think. And I think this person wants the Empress, so whoever that is. I feel like there's a big transformation going on for this person, energy changing, looking at the sun, right? Happiness, joy. They know they have that with you. They know they can have that with you. They want it back, right? So mutual energy. I feel like you're both learning strength and making decisions, trying to find your balance. And like, where do you want to go? Do you want to be in a relationship with this person still? I don't know, but I feel like both of you kind of want to at least, I feel like it's kind of like clear the air. Strength to Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like you guys are both trying to figure out a way to bring balance into it, trying to see maybe what the purpose of a relationship. You're being like, how can I fix this? How can I at least, like, how can we heal so that at least we don't have any like negative feelings toward each other? You know what I mean? Because this person over here does. They're crying, and this one does too. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. You guys are both struggling. You know what I mean? So let's just see, because let's see the song. Aquarius song for person number 1 wants to send to person number 2. There's still love here, you guys. There's still love here. I will always love you. God, it keeps coming out. You see me shuffle, don't you? Maybe not. And here's what person number 2 wants to say. Person number 1. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. That's what person number 2 is sending you. Don't worry about it, man. Everything's gonna be groovy. Mutual energy. Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. Have you heard that song? Okay. Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone because I can't fight it anymore. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me, it happens all the time. It's 1:15. I'm all alone, and I need you now. That's how you feel about each other, Aquarius. You both feel like that. You both want to send that song. So, you both love each other. I think it's like, seriously, 5D energy here, lots of it. And it's your higher self saying to each other, like, I love you, I'll always love you. And this one's going like, what was that one? Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. It's like that 3 Little Birds by Bob Marley, right? Everything's going to be all right. And then in the middle, you're both up all night, like with that phone. And you're like, it's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. It happens all the time. Do you think about me? Does this happen to you? You're both thinking it. That's kind of cool. Wonder who that is. You guys should let me know who these people are. If it's resonating with you, or you think I'm just not knowing anything. What do you think? 30. This is Pisces. Finally, this is the end of it. 3 hours later. What a long reading. Okay, Pisces. Angels, spirits, and guides, ancestors, and archangels. Let me see about Pisces person on their mind. We're doing person number 1, person number 2, mutual energy. Person number 1, divine masculine. All of a sudden, unexpected storm. Divine intervention. This is telling me that if something ended, it's because Spirit said, you know what? You're not ready. This isn't ready. Mutual energy, experience new things, travel, bliss, happiness. I feel like you guys have fun together, but there's disputes. Something isn't quite fair in this relationship. Person number 2 doesn't really ever reveal who they really are. But they do think this is a sacred union. They could feel like there's an addiction in their relationship, or like causing it to, maybe this person's hiding an addiction. But at the same time, I feel like they feel so connected. So they feel something special about you. Like, it's beyond 3D. Soul-led dream. Someone coming in. Person number 1 for Pisces. He's heartbroken. This could be that they're scared of intimacy, so they don't really stick around. Divine masculine, unexpected. So it's like there's this, you know what it looks like? It looks to me like somebody just up and like split out of the relationship, right? Because it's this running card. And this is somebody who's like really into their ego. This is someone who runs off of fear instead of like spiritual knowing. Like they're really into their human. Okay, in the center, I feel like, honestly, both of you feel like this is a transformative relationship, and maybe it's just here for that particular reason. I feel like both of you are kind of like tapped in, tuned in, turned on kind of people. This is a special relationship. It brings in bliss, and it's teaching lessons, and it's causing a lot of changes in both of you. And so I feel like both of you feel the connection, and you feel the foreverness of it. You know what I mean? Like, even if this didn't work out in this lifetime, like you already know, like you're connected on 5D anyway. Probably dream about this person, get messages from this person. But the reason this person is here is they probably, both of you did something to hurt the other one, but it's really not about you hurting them. It's about something that happened when they're little and it's both of you. It's both of you. So it could be about being afraid of like really giving your heart to someone, because you had a bad experience with it in your life, like with your family or something like that. I feel like kind of that, like, that's what's happening with this relationship, and it's healing. I feel like not only this relationship, but healing like bigger stuff for you guys. You know what I mean? Issues from childhood. So that's what happens, is like we have these soul friends that come in and they do stuff, and then they trigger us, and then we're healing stuff we didn't even know we needed to heal. Yeah, it's telling me this is a mirror. So that's what's really going on, And again, like, it's abandonment issues. It's I'm not good enough issues. It's, all of that. And I think like it's really kind of like a special thing when you guys can trigger each other into movement, into growth, into ascension, And I kind of feel like that's what this is. And so let's just see like what's the next thing going down. Pisces person number 1. Person number 1. What's their next actions toward person number 2? Two of Wands, 10 of Swords. Okay, so this person is kind of like, you remember the divine masculine? So they're kind of like stepping up and taking charge of their life. And I think that's what was supposed to happen for them, right? That's what it made them do. They had to choose themselves. And the transformation is here with the Ten of Swords, and then Temperance. It changes their energy. So tell me about person number 2. What's person number 2's next actions? Person number 2 is scared. Person number 2. Holy shit, person number 2. You know what? Like, person number 2 is like going all the way here. Jesus. Person number 2 is really taking charge of their life. I just want you to know that. So, they're scared. So, the Queen of Cups comes in, and the Queen of Cups is like, I surrender. I surrender this fear. I'm not going to be afraid one more time. I'm not. Spirit, help me. 8 of Wands. So, you're like creating a change by just surrendering to your higher self. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm tired of being scared of this. I'm tired of it. Right? Look what's coming in. I mean, you have got the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Fool. Number 2 is really taking charge of their life. They're really trusting their soul. So they're going on a new journey with their soul, and their soul says, well, this is where you understand your divinity. This is the Emperor. This is the energy where you can create anything you want. What do you want? Like the world is at your feet. You are the I am energy. You can speak things into existence. I mean, look what's happening here. I mean, you spoke something into existence and you're causing a tornado of change, right? Inside of yourself. And then look, King and Queen of Wands. So you're manifesting something, a match, a divine match, you know? And you're doing it from Emperor energy. So like, you're really understanding your power is what I'm trying to say. And what you want is you want to manifest. I don't know if you want to manifest this person. I can't tell. But it's telling me you're manifesting someone who matches your energy. Like someone who's equally as magic as you. Equally as, powerful, right? Confident. Lots of energy there. In the middle. Yeah, I feel like you both want to come toward each other with love. There's the Empress. You do. You want to nurture this relationship. Person number 2 is manifesting some pretty big energy for themselves here. They're kind of like taking the law into their own hands here about this relationship, you know? Let's see. This is kind of a good reading. Hi, Brian. Can you tell me something? I mean, you can. It's a free country. Okay, so person number 1 doesn't want to watch you walk away. They'd rather go blind than watch you away, Etta James. And person number 2 says nothing compares to you. Person number 1, Sinead O'Connor. And in the middle, Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. I'll be your dream, your wish, your fantasy. I'll be your hope, your love, everything that you need. So, I don't know, but this looks pretty good. You guys are just learning to grow. You're just growing separately so that you can come back together in your higher energy. You know what I mean? Because there's the Empress, and there's the Emperor, and there's the King and Queen of Wands. You're really matching each other's energy, and like person number 1's doing a lot of work to change their energy. You know what I mean? To take the transformation, to heal that heartbreak, to take advantage of the time out that they gave you. Because I feel like person number 1 is going like, This was broken up because of spirit. It all of a sudden happened. But it's because both of you need to like raise your vibe or it's not going to work at all. You know what I mean? So spirit steps in. So I don't see your question, Ryan. So you must have left, huh? All right. Well, so I'm leaving. I'm going to leave now. This is my final reading. I hope it made sense for you, Pisces. I hope it helps you. Thanks to you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a really groovy day.